Imagine this with me for a moment. You've always had a spark of an idea for a fantasy novel in the depths of your mind. You've never been able to execute it before. Maybe you've tried. Maybe you failed. Maybe you're good at writing other genres and you're an experienced writer in other areas, but fantasy continues to elude you. Maybe world building feels too overwhelming for you to even try to tackle. Maybe you have a history of starting books really strong, but getting stuck in the middle and then eventually abandoning them. Maybe the scope of fantasy is just too broad for you to feel like you are able to tackle. Maybe you just don't have confidence in yourself to be able to write fantasy. And what if I told you I was offering a solution to all of that? I am working on a project designed to help writers finish their fantasy novels, bringing their fantasy ideas to life with more confidence, the tools, and the skills to continue this practice for the rest of their life, to be able to finish countless fantasy novels. Why should you listen to me? I have 8 years of experience writing fantasy. I have finished dozens of fantasy novels, many of them with vastly different worlds, different world building, different rules, magic, no magic, royalty, no royalty, small scale, high scale, low and high. My mission is always to help writers achieve their goals, become more confident in themselves, and just take on new, daring ideas that they never thought they'd be able to do. So this video is just a very small scale taste of what this project will be like. I'm going to outline the different things that you're going to learn about in this project, give you a sort of overview of how it's going to help you. So, world building, the big bad wolf, the elephant in the room, the big scary word that most people get intimidated by when they think of fantasy. Because it is intimidating having to create a world from the ground up with a sandbox with absolutely no rules of our own world applying. For me, this is the reason I love fantasy so much, because you can invent everything from scratch. The world is absolutely your oyster. When it comes to world building, there are 2 key lessons that I want writers to really hear. Number 1 is integrate your world building and your plot together seamlessly so that they both uplift and carry the other. And what does this mean exactly? I mean that, let's say you have world built an angel with metal wings or a human with metal wings. Having the plot surround your character going into a haunted house while happen to have these metal wings attached to their back. Instead, you might want to build a plot around why are these wings here? What is their purpose? Is there a factory of some kind where these people go to have the wings put on them? Is it involuntary? Is there a mystery around it? Is there a scandal? Have your character's arc be directly tied to their relationship with the wings, if they want them there or not, why they chose to have them put there or not. And you're going to build a much deeper connection with the reader's understanding of your world building this way. They're not going to not care about the world building, or worse, forget about it. They're going to actually be invested in the details that you are building out when it comes to these wings. As a result, you're probably going to care more about them too. There have been times when I've world built something and kind of just forgotten it was there because it didn't really serve the plot. And you can absolutely have world building that doesn't serve the plot, but you have to make the reader care about it. Otherwise, why is it there? It's lesson 1 on how to make world building feel less overwhelming, gratuitous, and also get your reader to care about it more. Lesson 2 pertains to making world building feel more manageable, practical, and not just so overwhelming in this complete sandbox setting where you have to make everything from scratch. And my lesson there is start by world building only what you absolutely need in order to write your book. So ask yourself that question. What do I absolutely need to know about my world in order to start drafting the book? What's holding me back from starting to draft right now? So say you know your world is going to take place in a city. The majority of your scenes, or a lot of important scenes, are going to take place in the city. So you need to know the name of the city, who rules the city, what type of people are in the city, and it's almost never a monolith of people. There's always multiple types of people in any culture. What's the city known for? What is the climate? Are there different areas of the city, like a royal quarter, a peasant quarter, a farm, a slum, something like that? What is the topography or the environment, or water features, things like that? That might feel like a lot of overwhelming questions right now, but just try writing down one of them, see if you can answer it. And more often than not, you'll find answering one of these questions opens a floodgate of ideas that will help you answer all the other ones. Even if you don't use all the details that you come up with when you're answering these questions, when you're actually writing your book, just having a very clear picture of that city will help you make the writing feel richer when you're actually putting words to paper. It will give you an understanding of the city on such a level that the reader can really tell that you know what you're talking about. You're not just like scrambling and making this up as you go, and that you have a deep love for this city that will really come through the page. I can almost always tell when a writer really loves their world building and has taken time to get to know it instead of just scrambling something down so that they can get to the plot. See, my previous point about making your world building the plot so that it is central to the reader's mind, but you know, I digress. And above all, try not to stress too much about the world building. First draft, which is what this project I will be working on be teaching, is how to get your fantasy book on its first draft. First draft doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be written. It needs to be words on paper, because you can't edit nothing. You need words on paper. Those words absolutely do not have to be perfect. They are not going to be perfect, I can almost guarantee that, and most of the work and the time that you'll spend on the book will be editing it. So the first draft is a momentous occasion. It's huge when you finish the first draft, and you should absolutely celebrate. But it is not the end-all be-all for the novel. It is just the beginning. I can't make this project alone. I need your help in order to do it. If you are a writer or just someone who has always had an idea for a fantasy novel that you cannot get from point A of the idea to point B of having the first draft finished, please contact me. Email me at this address or shoot me a DM on Instagram, TikTok, whatever your fancy is. Tell me about your specific problem. You know, if you could think, what is my biggest challenge or the greatest difficulty I faced when I think about writing this fantasy novel? What is the central thing that feels so overwhelming? For a lot of people, it's just world building in general, but if you have a more specific answer, please, I would love to hear it. Your feedback is what is going to make this project as relevant to as many people as possible, and I am so very interested in helping you personally. I want to ensure your success, and so if you could help me with that, I would be eternally grateful. And you will get first priority when this project is done. You will be informed about it first. You will be given the chance to sign up first. I just want to help you. That is all I'm trying to do. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, consider subscribing, comment what you thought. If you have any additions to this topic, I would love to hear them. If you have any ideas for videos that you want me to make in the future related to writing advice, writing books, the publishing world, self-publishing, any of that, please let me know. Do not forget, I am offering author interviews to authors whose books are coming out within the next few months or have come out within the past month. Email me here and we can get the ball rolling on that. I am always looking for more author friends. And stay tuned for updates about this project. Again, if you are someone who you think this project would benefit, please DM me, please email me. I would love to hear from you. And I will see you in next Friday's video. Goodbye.